Good morning. It's the morning of the 5th day, and I had a bit of a restless night. You know, if you're going to do this and you are going to be seriously committed to doing this for a certain period of time, then when your bowels decide to move, they move. And once again, like a whole lot of poop came out last night, but it wasn't solid. It wasn't solids, it was liquid, and it really smelled bad. And there was also liquid mixed in there with it. It was strange. It was like it almost seemed like there was a thick kind of liquidy substance that was part of it as well. It was weird. Not that I sat and looked at it for too long, but also when it happened to me, then in the night I woke up and I had this burning sensation in my lower gut, and I knew I had to go. And that's the kind of fart when it comes that it's not a fart. You just know it's not going to be a fart, it's going to be something heavy. So in the middle of the night I went to the toilet. There was no effort involved. If I hadn't have gone, it would have come out anyway. And once again, I've got my fasting pad in the place where it should be, because I've been again to the toilet this morning and some more fluid came out, and it's like a light brown fluid. So it's not exactly looking like poo, it's more like a liquid. And this is synonymous with what the body starts passing. Now, what could possibly happen over the next couple of days is that my stomach will stop working for a while, and then it'll start working again. But I'm not going to do this fast long enough to reap the full benefits from my body cleaning itself, because as you get into it, your body starts secreting a fluid from your anus. You start secreting a fluid from your anus that is part of the whole detoxing process and the whole healing process. So like I said, I'm not going to really get that far into the fast this time, because I've set 10 days aside. Unfortunately, the schedule that I have, the commitments that I have, is not going to allow me longer than 10 days at this point. But watch this space. So I'm feeling very lethargic, and my legs are aching. Both of them are aching, and it feels like it's the inside of my legs that are aching all the way up until my groin. So it's my ankles, my knees, and the inside of my thighs in my groin, into my groin, it's aching. And the whole weakness thing is setting in. I'm feeling very weak, very lethargic, and not really in the mood for doing much either. Also, the food cravings come and go, where before they weren't so intense, now they're getting a bit more intense. And coming to the 5th day and measuring the 5th day the way it is, that's what sustains me so far, is that I've gotten to the 5th day. It's the morning of the 5th day. I've only got 10 days to do. So the morning of the 5th day, I'm halfway, but in my little chart that I keep in my heart to say how far I've got, I give it a tick. Not a full tick, but enough of a tick to encourage myself to say, hey, you've gotten this far. Now remember what I said to you. It takes 10 days to stop eating. 10 days to stop eating. So now coming halfway, like this, almost halfway, because when midnight clock's over tonight, that'll be halfway. That is an achievement in itself. So even if you can just manage to do 5 days, any amount of time, every meal that you miss, you start putting your stomach into the marathon race of training to abstain from food. And there's a long distance runner inside all of us that abstains from food. I don't mean a literal long distance runner. I mean there's a health professional inside every one of us that can and will be able to sustain for longer periods of time from food. It just takes those 10 days to get into it. So also I woke up this morning, I had a hell of a thirst on me. I must have drank about 2 liters of water, not at one time, but over the space of say 30 minutes I must have guzzled about 2 liters of water, maybe a bit more. So, and even now I'm thirsty, and I'm thirsty for water, and that's a good thing, you know, being thirsty for water, not being thirsty for other things that that you don't need. I mean, when we're thirsty, we actually only are all thirsty for water. So yeah, just going to be taking it easy, chilling, and yeah, enjoying the scenery.